Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan, and welcome back to MLB the Show. So, in our last video, a few weeks ago, we were going to see how long it would take us to rebuild a MLB baseball team and win the World Series. After one season, we did decent with the Royals, made some trades, stuff like that. The Royals are the team we were using, so let's get started. So we are currently in preparation for the next season. It's November of 21. Let's go over the team, what it looks like. So, starting pitching, we have Chris Bassett. He did very well in his first year in Kansas City. Had put up an ERA of 3.18, 9-5 win loss as a starting pitcher. Jose Urquidy, we traded for him from the Houston Astros. Looked good. Brady Singer looked good in his second year in the league. J.C. Cloney looked good in his first year in the league. Chris Bubic looked very good in his second year. And Tuki Toussaint, sorry if I butchered that name there. Didn't do too great, but we still have I still have some hope for him. People like Josh Dumont really showed off what they could do in the. However, I think one big area of improvement this year is going to be it's going to be pretty important we improve with the bullpen this year. Kenny Carrillo, hopefully we could see some improvement out of him. MJ Melendez may end up with a role before it's all said and done. He's been added to the 40-man roster just now. Ryan O'Hearn, he is going to stay on the team. However, Nick Prado, now on the 40-man. You'll notice that I have also added Bobby Witt Jr. to the 40-man roster. Andrew Benintendi, he's staying. We made an offer to try to get Kyle Isbell's. We're going to try to get him to start. I've made an offer to try to get back Benintendi and some other people like that, and we'll see. Hopefully we will find that they go ahead and accept the contract offer. Now we're gonna simulate a few days. We have a new head coach now. We have a new hitting coach too. All right, so a few days have gone by. Dansby Swanson is yet to accept our offer. So actually, what I think I'm gonna do, Dansby had a decent year. But realistically speaking, I think I'm gonna withdraw my offer on him. We're not gonna bring back Bassett. And the reason why is because I think in shortstop, I will just go ahead and give Nikki Lopez a shot. I know he didn't do very well last year, only put up an average of 171. But we have Bobby Witt Jr., and I'm going to give him, this is going to be kind of like the last chance for him before we begin to move on. Andrew Benintendi put up an incredible year. Yeah, so let's see here. Anybody on the tender contracts? Looks like a lot of people are not agreeing to that. So we're going to try to get them back. So Jose Urquidy, we're going to give him a nice big contract. Hopefully he will take us up on this. Brady Singer, going to go ahead and I think he's pretty well locked in. We'll give him a good contract here. Put him in as our ace. Stamont, I want him back in the bullpen. That being said, he is a little bit older, so we're not going to give him an insane contract or anything. I would trust Stamont as our closer this year. Nikki Lopez, I'm only looking to bring him back maybe 1 or 2 years, just to give him one final shot in KC before we send him out. So I'm gonna offer him this. Kyle Zimmer, we're not bringing him back. He had a good year, but I just don't see him improving. Hopefully we can get some of these people to accept their contracts. I was expecting more of them to go ahead and just accept the offer. I'll just bump up the money. Alright, we still have plenty of money. Okay, yeah, we still have plenty of cash to spend re-signing people. So, looks like these guys just are not accepting, just don't want to accept their contracts. We can't really afford to lose some of these guys. Interesting. Okay, I will bump up Brady Singer's contract a little more. See if he'll take that. Brady Singer is going to be the most important. All right, by December 2nd, by that deadline, only a few players. Jason Guzman. Yeah, okay. So we got everybody back. Things are actually looking pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and just let Guzman go. I'm not missing him that much. We could try to sign Roberto Ozuna. He had a good year. He had a decent year. Okay, so the options here and to sign like someone out of the bullpen are not good. What kind of year? Okay, Greg Holland didn't have that great of a year. Nah, I think we're gonna pass on Ozuna. We can go ahead and simulate to the winter meetings. Simulate to the Rule 5 draft. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and just simulate through that. Simulate to the arbitration hearings. White Sox made an offer. Alright, so they're offering us John Park. Is this guy never played in the MLB before? B potential, 73 overall, 26 years old. For Michael Taylor. Well, I think I will go ahead and take this offer because I'm not planning on keeping Michael Taylor as the starting center fielder anyway. My plan this year is to go ahead and have Kyle Isbell starting in center field out of the gate. This guy who we just traded for, find him. All right, we will convert him to relief pitcher. That dropped him off actually rather significantly, but I could bring him back to starting pitcher just to keep his overall up, but I don't plan on using him as a starting pitcher. Relief pitcher. Let's see here. All right, so the bullpen is looking better than it was last year. We still need to get some more folks. We have some prospects though, so alrighty. Things are looking pretty good right now, I would say. We're gonna go ahead and simulate the arbitration hearing. We have received an offer. Alright, we're being offered this catcher here. I don't know why we need a catcher. We're being offered this third baseman here. Not much really going on with him. And this center fielder for Whit Merrifield. That's an awful trade. I'm not taking that. That's a horrible trade. Why would I ever take that? Alright, let's see here. Alrighty. Renew contracts today. Are there any contracts renewable? None at the moment. Alright, sim to spring training. Alright, and we are at spring training. So, first of all, I'm going to just go ahead and simulate to the end of spring training to see how we do. Then I will focus on lineups. This is how I've always done it. Alright, we went 12 and 14. Go ahead and take a look see who shined, who didn't. Alright, generally, except for Jake Fines and Chris Bubich, it looks like everybody did pretty alright. Bullpen, Scott Barlow really struggled. So did Darwinson Hernandez. He struggled last year, so. Kenny Carrillo looked good. He not last year, so he needs to look good this year. Salvador Perez particularly struggled. Um, let's see here. Nick Prado, he did pretty good. Noah Merrifield. Hunter Dozier, I'm going to be interested in seeing Nikki Lopez. Bobby Witt Jr. actually outdid Nikki Lopez. So, Andrew Benintendi, still hot. Kyle Isbell did pretty good. Eric Pena did good. Franmil Reyes, yeah, I mean, the roster looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and set up a lineup. All right. Benintendi in left, Isbell center, Merrifield second base, Franmil in right, Salvador at catcher, Hunter at third. Oh, we do have this guy though, so actually I will. He's on the roster, so I might stick him in now and then. O'Hearn at first, Hanser at DH, and Nikki at shortstop. Now for this rotation, I will go ahead and throw in Bobby Witt. I will go ahead and throw in Hoezy or Hose, or I'm terrible with names, but I'll throw in that guy. Go ahead and throw in Eric Pena. I just kind of want to try to. I'm not even necessarily focused on winning like as much as we did last year. My main focus coming into this year is just going to be It's just going to be honestly. It's just going to be winning, like really getting my prospects to kind of come into their own. Because I feel like that's going to be the best approach for next year. Pitching rotation. It's going to be Brady Singer right up front. We're going to go ahead and put. I think Jace Vines could be a good candidate, but for the moment, no. So for the moment, no. But we're going to have Bubic, Urquidy, Cloney, not T.O. We will go ahead and put in Tuki Toussaint as a starter. Hopefully he works out because he did not last year. All right, contract extension. We will think about Whit Merrifield and Kenny. Both of them I'm not too confident about to sign right now. So we went 12 and 15. Hopefully we do better in regular season. All right, first game was a pretty not good loss. Second game, decent win. All right, we ended up losing the series. All right, we are clearly getting off to a poor start to the season. Started out, oh goodness, we are getting off to a really, really bad start. Looks like we're finally starting to actually pick up some wins here. Maybe it just took us a moment to kind of get our bearings about us. Finished strong here. Urquidy had an excellent first month of baseball. Basically didn't allow any runs whatsoever and really got confidence in that guy and what he does. Seems like he's going to be a very good option here in Kansas City. Brady Singer had yet another. He just had a good first month. I mean, it wasn't like outstanding, but it was good. It was good for sure. J.C. Cloney really starting to come into his own. I have a lot of faith that he's going to work out for the organization. Jace Vines, he's in his first year. I mean, he's already looking. No, last year was his first year, but he didn't look good at all last year, and he is looking like he made some improvement. Chris Bubic, really struggling. May have to send him down if he continues to struggle like this because he's cost us 3 games. Tuki Toussaint, ooh, he is looking good. So noted improvement off of last year. We'll see if he can keep it rolling. Scott Barlow really struggling. Might have to move him down. Josh Dumont struggling too. So it looks like some of these struggles could be coming out of the bullpen. Tyler Zuber, we will go ahead and send him down. All right, Kenny Carrillo is doing pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up John Park. Add him to the 40-man. I'm gonna bring John Park up. He's never played in the MLB, so John Park will be a long relief pitcher, and hopefully, that does. We'll take a look at how people are batting. Catcher Perez, really, really batting kind of rough. We'll see if he can kind of get that going. But first baseman O'Hearn, he's struggling a little bit. Whit Merrifield struggling. Okay, so Hunter Dozier, not doing great, but he's doing all right. Lopez struggling, but not as bad as last year. Bobby Witt Jr. is doing pretty good. Andrew Benintendi's hot. Um, Kyle Isbell really kind of struggling. This is year one for him though, so. And Franmil Reyes is hot. So, all right. All right, looks like we are starting out this month pretty good. Started out 3-1. Um, it appears that the team is kind of getting on a hot streak. We started out the season really pretty bad. It kind of had me worried, but all right, now we're back on a losing streak of 4. Got to curb that. 5. All right, we got on a losing streak of 5, which looks like record-wise, we actually might even be a little bit worse than we were last year. If something doesn't change, we are back to losing. Oh my God. All right, so I'm gonna actually. Oops, I accidentally simulated the draft. Gosh dang it. Well, oops. um, Chris Bubich kind of wrangling it in a little bit after yet another month of baseball. So Brady Singer's continuing to stay hot. Equity still staying hot as ever. Both Singer and Equity are on pace for the best year of their career if they keep it going. Cloney having a good year. Last year, definitely improvement off of last year. Vines, good first year. Actually second year. Bubich, this is lining up to be the worst year of his career. I'm gonna have to make a decision on him. Toussaint is showing some noted improvement. John Park, he's doing pretty well. Stamont and Barlow are both still struggling. So, I'm making the decision. I'm going to send Barlow down. Manoz, I'm going to give him a pass because he's so young. The same goes for Hernandez. Holden Caps. Let's see here. Jake Kalish. I'm thinking about who I want to bring up. I think we'll go ahead and try out Daniel Teo. Kenny Carrillo is having a very good year. After last year's struggled season, he appears to be doing pretty well. Because last year he really struggled. So, batting wise, Salvador Perez is not getting it figured out. O'Hearn, he's starting to pick up. Merrifield is. Dozier is. Lopez kind of isn't. Benintendi's still hot. Isbell's getting a little better. All right, so I'm a little worried about Perez, but we're starting out this month decent. Overall, we appear to be, where it appears like this is going to be a year where we are a very streaky team, like struggling to get too much consistency going. Obviously, I said I would keep going till I win a championship. If it takes too long, then this is part 23 of trying to win a championship. If it takes too long, then I'll eventually put a stop to it. But hopefully it doesn't. But at this rate, this is not looking too promising. We're 10 games out of being 500 in wins. But yeah, it's just oh yeah, I forget. So okay, stat wise, Brady Singer's staying hot. Urquidy's cooling down a little bit. Cloney, he's cooling down a lot. Bubich, he is starting to wrangle it in. Vines having another good year. Toussaint is starting to kind of. He's developing. He's only 23. He's getting better. This is a year of learning. Park is. This is his first year. He's having a good year. What can you say? Stamont, he's wrangling it in. Barlow appears to be doing pretty good in the minor leagues. Manoz and Hernandez still struggle. Teo is doing very good. Carrillo, Perez is hurt. O'Hearn is hot. My goodness. So this has the potential to be O'Hearn's best year. Merrifield, he's doing pretty good. Lopez, Dozier, yeah. Yeah, things appear to be going. I mean, last year we were a better team. That being said, we kind of dropped a few veterans and stuff like that. I, honestly speaking, expected the team to be a bit worse this year. Um, that being said, you know, it's just part of letting these guys develop and figure out how to play effective baseball. Coming out of the All-Star break, it appears that they got off to a pretty good start, but they tapered off. We're being offered a trade for Whit Merrifield. We'd be getting a closing pitcher. I like where it's going so far. Second baseman, not that great though, and a relief pitcher, so it just depends on who the relief pitcher is. I don't know. He ain't got that much potential. I think I'm gonna have to turn it down. Um, all right, now entering August, we are not gonna make any trades. Um, Brady Singer stays good. Urquidy, Cloney, Bubich. That's the thing. Some of these guys are so young that I hate sending them down because they are developing. The older players that struggle, they will probably be sent down. Um, but Salvador Perez appears to be getting a little bit hot. Um, we got a lot of people whose contract we need to extend this year. Um, in the month of August, went ahead and swept the Indians. It's kind of a big deal. Um, then went on to sweep the Pirates. We're 12 games out of the lead of our division. It's by no means impossible, but we need to really pick up some steam. But it appears we are doing just that, as a late season run has us standing at 59 and 61, but now we're losing the steam again. Yeah, failure to get consistent with winning is going to be a problem. Has been an issue for us this year because we got on a win that could have possibly saved our season, but then we immediately got on a losing streak, which effectively cost us our season. Um, but okay, so we'll take a look here. Urquidy having yet another good year in Kansas City. Like what I'm seeing out of him. I mean, really, he's putting up good stats. I mean, he's got more innings than he did last year, and it's so far still been a better year. So I am glad we signed him, and I think he'll be a big piece. Brady Singer is in the exact same boat. He's having another very good year. Cloney, better year than last year. I have faith that he can continue to develop. Chris Bubich, I'm a little concerned for him. I'm going to continue to let him start because I think that this is a learning year for him, but we'll see. Jace Vines, his second year was a huge improvement off of his first, and I have faith. John Park, his first year was good. I think the trade will end up working out in our favor. Toussaint, he is still yet to put up an actually good stat line with almost 300 innings in the book, but this was one of his better years, but I mean, it's going to put a pretty big weight on him for next year. Manoz had a very good year. He started out cold, but he heated up a bit, and I think that he's got the potential to do something good. Stamont struggled most of the year. He's about to turn 29, so don't know what I'm quite going to do with him. Barlow struggled. In all fairness to him, though, he was good when he in the minor leagues. Darwinson Hernandez really struggled this year, and he really struggled last year. So I am kind of at a crossroads as to what I'm gonna do here. I'm not sure. Daniel Tio did very well, so he actually he's probably gonna get another shot. I mean, and he did well. Kenny Carrillo, he had a very good year. Well, it's not over. He's currently having a very good year. Last year was his first year. I still had faith in him though, after last year's struggles, and that faith clearly has paid off because this year has been a very good year. Um, Catcher Salvador Perez doesn't appear that he's ever going to quite get the offense going, but at least he's heated up to where he wasn't as bad as he was earlier. Ryan O'Hearn's on the IL, of course, broken arm. I forgot to set someone as the actual first baseman. I would have done Nick Prado, but whatever. Merrifield, very good offensive season. Makes me more apt to re-sign him. Dozier, not that great. This guy, Cody, had a much improved season, so I'm considering making a trade, unloading Dozier, because this guy is clearly, up here. Lopez had a better offensive season than last year. However, he clearly showed me he's just simply not good enough offensively, and then we're going to make the transition to Bobby Witt Jr. in the offseason. Andrew Benintendi, another great offensive season. I mean, what can you say? Kyle Isbell, his first season, honestly, not bad. I mean, 224, really, it's not bad. Eric Pena was good too. Franmil Reyes had another good season in right field, and I think he's going to be a big piece to the development of this team. So, that being said, we have September call-ups to make. I'm going to go ahead and call up Nick Prado. I'm going to call up MJ Melendez, and I'm going to call up a pitcher. I'm going to call up I think I'm going to call up Scott Blewett. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that is not a good name for a pitcher. It's Blewett. There was a Washington kicker in the NFL. Last name was Blewett. I mean, what a terrible name to have as a sports player. Blewett? I mean, wow. Really. Anyway, so September. We'll see how we do. First game was an L. Second game's an L. Okay, so that should tell me a little bit. Okay, this is gonna probably be a rough week. Isn't it? Yeah, we are not doing well. My goodness. Oh my. We are not doing well. Like, at all. Oh. Alright, get on a little winning streak here. Okay, this team seems to like to do that. Like, they suck just bad enough to where we can't do anything significant, and then get on a winning streak so that we don't completely suck. It appears that we got hot at just the right time. That's going to prevent us from having a terrible record. We could still have a winning record if we got hot now, but it does not appear that that's going to happen. And we are going to finish 80 and 82. Not as good as last year, still kind of what I was hoping for. It's going to allow a lot of people to develop. So Brady Singer had a good year. The most innings he's ever pitched in a year now, and the lowest ERA. So Brady had another good year, and I have a lot of faith he's going to be a big piece of the offense. Urquidy had just another good offensive. Yeah, I mean not offensive. He had another good productive year. Was able to get some games won for Kansas City, and I think that he's really, really coming into his own. Chris Bubich struggled early on, but this is why I kept letting him go, because he was able to get his stuff worked out, and I still think he's well on his way. J.C. Coloni had his second year this year, and this year he kind of proved to me he can be a starter. It was a good year for him. Jace Vines, I think he has potential as a potential starting pitcher, but I also think he could be good in the bullpen. John Park, in his first year, showed a lot of potential. I mean, he won games, got saves. Overall, good pitcher this year. 2K, or Tukey, I'm really going to be paying attention to him next year. I really want to see what he does, because he keeps getting better on his overall, but yet he puts up stats like 5.40 ERA. Now, and to his credit, he had a win loss of 8-5. To his credit, Scott Blewett was playing for a brief period of time before he was hurt. I can't really make a proper judgment off of how he did because he only had 4 innings. Munoz had a very good year. A lot of faith in him. Stamont. I'm going to make a decision on Stamont, but it's not going to be right now. I'm a little concerned for his future with the Royals. This year was really not good for him. Scott Barlow, kind of the same boat. Um, Darwinson Hernandez, he's also in the same boat. Um, Daniel Teo, he surprised me. I think we'll probably be giving him a larger role in next year. Kenny Carrillo had a very good year, improved in almost every single stat. Like, yeah, he improved on almost every single stat. So I think that he's got the potential to really be something for this team. Catcher Salvador Perez, he was able to get hot at the end of the season, so that it wasn't a totally blown offensive season. We're gonna make a decision on him. He might end up getting traded. Just depends on what we have to do for what we want to do, like what we want the plan to be for MJ Melendez. Ryan O'Hearn, very hot this year, but unfortunately that was cut short due to an injury. Oh, as for O'Hearn, Nick Prado is starting to get to a point where we think that O'Hearn may either be leaving this at the end of this season or halfway through next season. Whit Merrifield, very good offensive season. I think we still want to keep him. We don't really have a good solution at second baseman quite yet. Um, yeah, another good offensive season for Whit. What can I say? He I mean, look at this. He improved over after last season. He had 26 home runs, so now he has had his career high in home runs in 2 consecutive seasons. So Hanser Alberto, he didn't actually. He had another good year with Kansas City, but he got some RBIs. Came in when he needed to, and that's all we ask of him. That's why I kept him around. Eric Mejia, he showed some improvement, but I think he's starting to become a decent option at bat, and he's so young. So Hunter Dozier didn't show. In fact, he declined a little bit, and with Cody getting so much better, with Cody starting to show this much improvement, I think Dozier will be leaving the team this offseason. Nikki Lopez, 223 average. He really is not showing me much at the plate right now. So we think he'll probably be on his way out this offseason. I think he can succeed, but he's just not really showing me much at the plate right now. Um, he's just not. Um, yeah, that's pretty plain and simple. Bobby Witt Jr. had a very good first year, batted nearly 250. I mean, that's good. Andrew Benintendi improved once again in every single way. I mean, very good season by Andrew Benintendi. 36 home runs. What can you even say about that? 95 RBIs, stole 18 bases. Um, Kyle Isbell, good. His first season was decent. He showed improvement. Eric Pena, he showed massive improvement. Franmil Reyes showed further improvement in his first year. Put up a very good offensive season, and overall, I have a lot of faith in what this team can do. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at how the postseason goes. I'm just going to simulate to the offseason, see who wins the World Series, and the Mets have defeated the White Sox. Yes. All right. First of all, retired players. Did anyone retire for us? No. No one retired for us. Second of all, Miguel Cabrera and Albert Pujols became Hall of Famers. We need a new manager. And yeah, so next season I think is going to be yet another year of improvement. Might pick up a few free agents, but I think we're well on our way to success. I do plan on re-signing Whit Merrifield. However, all of that, including our third season, is going to be in another video. This is Ryan N. It's been great. I'll see you in the next one. like I said in my last video, this here will probably, more likely than not, be my last video of 2021. Not sure though, but if it is, this has been a great year, kind of my comeback year because I spent all of 2020 inactive from YouTube. But yeah, it's been a great one, and here's to much more. You know, here's to a great 2022. If you don't see me until then. But when I come back, it'll be MLB the Show 2022. Uh, I eventually do plan on trying out that Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I may put that on YouTube. But like I said, for old time's sake, I have thought about possibly making a return to the game on YouTube, just for old times. But yeah, this is Ryan N signing off, and I will see you in the next one.